Ready or not, here we come, getting down on the one which we believe in.
Certain movements that I learned from a guy named Toy Master and Derek, who is his dance name was Diamond D. They were in I was in their group called the Master City Breakers,
Yeah.
and they were breakers for the most part, all of them, but a couple of them had like popping backgrounds and came from Sacramento, and they taught me a bunch of uh, footwork stuff, you know. So Toy Master and Derek Tobias taught me sacking. They told me about this. I can't remember if they said Old Park or Oak Park.
Oh.
So I don't remember if it's Oak Parkin or Old Parkin. But I remember seeing the styles because there was a show also in the Bay Area. There's a few of them. I can't remember if it was People Are Talking or Good Morning America or if it was, but they had a whole uh, um, an issue like one of the shows that dealt with breaking and popping, and they had people from Sacramento because that's where they were filming from, and they showed people doing this style, and it was crazy. And basically, if the beat goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, like maybe they'd hang in these really awkward positions on a 2 or a 4, but not right after each other. So like 1, 2, 2, and they'd wait and they spin around and they'd get in like sailor positions, or they'd be balancing on one leg like they're about to fall, and magically exactly on the beat they would freeze in these positions, and it's really hard to do. And and also there was like this kind of like breathing sort of thing in between, like and they do and it was kind of like this little waver thing, you know. And yeah, so I have this on VHS.
Oh, really?
I have a box of these VHS tapes
Oh.
that I could dig out and that I've been meaning to convert for years and years and years. It's like an ongoing project of mine.
Yeah.
But all these things have been on TV. So if I can remember what the TV show is, somebody must somebody must have posted this on YouTube. It's just there's a few events that also is a really good indicator of the styles at certain times. So Chuck E. Cheese restaurant chain had sponsored a popping, a breaking sort of, event, and people are coming from Richmond, Vallejo, San Francisco, Antioch, Oakland, Berkeley, all around the Bay, and they're in this talent contest. And I can't remember the two gentlemen that come from Oakland, but these guys, they danced to, I think it was maybe Atomic Dog, and they came out of a cardboard box. So they crept out of this box, and they were so incredible. I just remember, and you got to see the different styles, because the different styles from the different areas.
Yeah.
Since there was so many representatives in this talent show, and I was like, this is good. Sacramento had, I'm sure there's got to be some footage that talk about sacking, because they specifically say the name sacking on the show.
Okay.
And this predates Skeeter talking about sacking.
Yeah.
And there was a time when Skeet was showing like a bunch of different styles, and he had said, and this is sacking, and but this looked nothing
Different.
like the sacking that I
Yeah.
had seen. Not is not remotely at all familiar to what I had considered sacking or oak
Right.
parking. And uh, there's some things that are really cool about this the style that comes from Sacramento though, is that a lot of these guys could flip.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like really uncanny to me. Remember that like the first person I saw do a flip while they were doing a popping solo, it had to be Poppin' Pete in the
Right.
movie Breaking.
Yeah.
And otherwise, I just didn't. I would never think to put these two things together. But these guys would remember I said how they'd land on a beat. Like
Yeah.
some they would flip and land on one leg and hold the pose from the flip. It's like what?
Whoa.
Like what? It was super skillful and acrobatic and really cool at the same time. And a lot of people that did this style also work with canes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so that was also a neat element, really
Mm.
stylish. You
Mm.
know, yeah. Um, so about the twister flex question, I'll get back to that about the sacking, the way it looked on the feet. These people, I would say, had the most intricate footwork
Mm.
that didn't look like the New York glides, that didn't look like the New York boogie glides or a backslide or a slide. It looked really different, and I incorporate some of that in in what I do. Some of the stuff that the Toy Master and Diamond D showed me. It's
Wasn't it
like
a lot of like pivoting in the feet, like on the toes and the toe heel action type things? What was it
absolutely
kind of military looking, like ROTC drill teamy?
no,
No?
no. Like let me. There's there's a clip of I did it in Just a Bull. When me and Salah were competing in 2004, I'm gonna see if I can find the exact battle,
Okay.
and then I'll show you at what minute this thing
Okay.
happened. Like, oh, okay, you know what I mean. Then you'll go, I get it. Mm.
Did I remember you showed me that arm sequence that Toy Master showed you.
Right.
Is that
When you
something
pull
with
the
Sac?
string,
Yeah, is that something from Saccin? That
yeah,
thing that he was doing?
yeah.
Okay.
And just in that same way, it involved like a bunch of like footwork and knee work and things combined. This is like very indicative of what the people were doing sacking. For him particularly, since his name was Toy Master, that puppet stuff was a part of his theme.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, that the way he did it was in a real Sacramento style.
Okay.
So that was he was really pushing that style.
Yeah.
And I wasn't aware of it until Master City Breakers
Yeah.
and the Tobias family showed me what it was.